What's up? Welcome back to the channel. I really appreciate you hopping on today. Here at the RedBeard Outdoors page, we talk about faith, family, fitness, and the outdoors, and we all love gear. So, of course, we're going to talk gear. Today being Wednesday, we're talking blades, talking Montana Knife Company, and we're talking about a blade that is currently in stock. You don't have to go rush to get in on the drop, which can be fun for those of you that are looking for a specific model. This model is currently in stock, along with some of the other things like this hat and flannels. They came out with a heavy flannel if that's your thing. They've got jackets. This one right here, it's pretty sweet. Fleece line, soft shell, absolutely love it. Go and check it out, guys. And if anything, just go snag a hat. The link that I have down below helps support the channel, lets them know that I sent them their way and that you came from the page here. So before we get into that though, guys, I do want to tell you a little bit here about Montana Knife Company. So as you can see, I could probably move here, right there. I hate to say too many knives because I don't know if my wife's going to listen to this or not, but I have a lot of knives, and honestly, a lot of them are Montana Knife Company. And why I went to a fixed blade for many reasons. One, I've had a couple times where I've come really close to nicking myself while cleaning an animal with Havalon style blade. I'll just say that, interchangeable blade style blade. And yes, they may be convenient. Yeah, they may be smaller, lighter in some instances. Can fold out, interchange. You can throw out anything that you're not using, etc. Here's the deal. Here's the problem with it. It becomes a disposable item. And I don't know about you, but to my wife's chagrin, I absolutely love keeping things that even people may not consider trophies themselves. I consider a trophy, such as, my first whitetail buck, which is, small basket rack buck. Absolutely love it. We'll cherish those memories forever. Why do you want to throw away the knife that had to do with that memory? You shouldn't want to. You shouldn't want to just think of it as something that you can just chuck. It's a tool. It's built to be used and abused and passed down to your sibling, or to your, not your siblings, but your kids, your siblings, possibly if you don't have children, etc. And that's something that you definitely want to make sure that you're able to do. And that's what Montana Knife Company provides. They provide US made Montana Knife Company, or US made Montana finished blades here with the G10 scales. This is the Magna Cut steel blade. They have the carbon one available. We're going to go over the Stonewall here in a minute, but I'm telling you guys, you want something that you can pass down. You want something that you can have memories with. And heck, I don't have this kind of money, but if you do, you can keep it with the Euro mount or the full mount if you prefer full mounts or whatever it is. Mount it, put it up there, whatever you want to do with it. But these blades are built to last. So today we're going to talk about the Stonewall Skinner. I absolutely love this thing. It was one of my first blades that I got from Montana Knife Company. It actually might have been my first that I purchased from them. I'm trying to remember. Anyway, long story short, absolutely love this blade. Not to mention, unfortunately, this is not my first one. The original one that I had, that's why this one looks pretty clean. The original one that I had actually got stolen out of my truck, and that's a story for a different day. But this blade right here is just a workhorse. It's a hard-handled blade. A lot of people have asked me about, the paracord, if I like the paracord because it holds the blood, guts, whatever, hair that can come off of an animal. And I'll tell you, they'll rewrap it for you. Even if you have a different type of paracord that you want, a different color that they don't provide, you can send it back to them, send the blade back to them for resharpening at the end of season, and they will rewrap it with the paracord that you sent to them. They're amazing. The generational promise of resharpening is outstanding as well. And so this blade right here is, and I'll get into the specs in a little bit. I'm going to tell you why I like this one right here and why you should go pick it up for your camp uses and for your season, that whatever you have, spring bear, and then of course into the fall hunts. If you have any other spring hunts, maybe you're going out to Hawaii, maybe you've got some pig hunts so that you can test your gear, whatever it may be, this thing will do the job. So big thing here, G10. G10 is dang near indestructible. I love the orange and black option. Most of my knives are in the orange and black from Montana Knife Company. I really like that. The orange pops. Obviously, if you set your knife down, you're not going to forget it. you know, while you're packing your animal in and getting it in the backpack, into the game bags, etc. And let's just start from, I guess, you know, from the tip down, the blade style, blade shape here. Okay, so the blade shape has, so it's got a good belly from here to here, and then it has a good working straighter edge here. So belly and then straighter edge. So with that belly, and then it's got even a little bit of a tip if you need some tip to use the tip for a little bit on whatever your project may be, an animal around camp, etc. This blade is also a little bit thicker than some of their other blades, and maybe even their paracord blades. And sorry, excuse my puppy. He feels like he needs to let everyone know what's going on. So with this blade here, that belly is amazing for skinning an animal. Fantastic for skinning an animal. Being able to get in and get those long sweeping motions to be able to skin out the animal, quarter it out if you need to. And then of course it's got, again, that working blade right here that's a little bit more for, you can baton with it if you need to. You can do chopping jobs around camp if you need to, as far as camp food. If you're the camp chef, you can cook with this. And again, it's robust. So with it being MagnaCut steel, this one's MagnaCut. The one that's in stock right now on their website is the high carbon 52100 ball bearing steel, which sharpens amazing. And if you keep that thing cleaned and with the blade wax from Montana Knife Company, you'll never see rust on that thing at all. But here we go. So with this blade, again, the belly I love. The length of the blade is just great for having that in your pack. And then you get to the G10. I wear it, again, just for size reference, guys. I wear a size large mechanics glove, and the G10 is grippy where it needs to be, but not so grippy that it's tearing up either your pants, your backpack, or your hand while you're using it. And then, of course, it's full tang construction there on that blade. And then this one being the MagnaCut steel. I really like MagnaCut steel because it holds an edge really well and also is easier to sharpen than some other steels out there. It's definitely not as soft as a stainless steel typically is, and it doesn't rust nearly as easily as a high carbon. So a lot of benefits to the MagnaCut stainless, but also the 52100 does work. And it's an amazing blade, and it sharpens up super quick. So going back to what we talked about with the Havalon versus a fixed blade, and I say Havalon just to describe in general replaceable knife or replaceable blade knives. That's super simple to go on and off, etc. But with it being a scalpel style blade, again, I know people personally that have sent it through their hand and it ruined the rest of their hunting season. I know other people that have had some severe injuries because it slipped, because again, while you're up in an animal, quartering it out, doing whatever you need to do, there might be accidents. And if you have multiple blades going at a time, if you're lucky enough to have friends and family that will come out and help you clean the animal and pack it out, that's another thing too. You can get a little careless and just start whipping things around. With a fixed blade, I feel like I've had more control over the last couple of years of using fixed blades over replaceable style blades. They're easy to touch up and sharpen. If you bring I think I've got it here. Here's one. So I've got the MKC version as well, but this little Work Sharp field sharpener does amazing, and it weighs nothing. And to touch it up, like take it every quarter or so, and just touch it up really quick. Super easy to touch up and great to work with. So all of those reasons outweigh a replaceable blade knife for me. Not to mention, again, like I said at the beginning, being able to hand this down generation after generation after generation and be able to share the memories with the kids, be able to have the kids. I mean, how many of you out there have a knife or a gun or something from your family members, your grandpa, your dad, that was used either in war, used in the police academy, used just camping, used at camp, whitetail camp, out west, whatever, and you love that thing to death, and it was passed on to you. You treasure that. That's what these are. This is a production style blade that does an amazing job in the field, but also will be great for passing down for generations and generations. So take pride in the tools that you use in the field. Montana Knife Company, you don't have to go and purchase every single one. If you can, awesome. But what I'm saying to you is you should get at least one. And this one right here, again, is in stock in the 52100 carbon, high carbon steel on their website right now in this color configuration of the orange and black handle with the parkerized blade. Go and check it out, guys. 100% recommend it. This is the Stonewall Skinner by Montana Knife Company. Highly, highly recommended. Does amazing work, and you will not be disappointed. And then at the end of each season, send it back to Montana Knife Company. They will resharpen it to you for free for generations to come. Go check it out. Have a fantastic rest of your day, guys. Again, if you're going to go check out the blade, I'm going to leave the link down below so that you can support the show and let them know that I sent them, or that I sent you over there to go check out this blade and any other gear. Again, like this hat, the heavy duty flannels, things like that are on the website right now. Go check it out. Support U.S. manufacturing and go get a tool that's going to last for generations. Thank you so much, guys. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And of course, get out, live your life, and love it. Wow, I'm terrible apparently at reviewing blades. I said I was going to go through and give you the specs. So again, you can go over to the website and check this out, but I'm going to read this off the phone here, off of their website directly, because I don't have it all memorized. Honestly, guys, I really don't. So, okay, let's see what we got here. All right, full tank construction, we hit on that. The steel type 52100 ball bearing steel is what was on their website. The one that I was showing you is the MagnaCut stainless steel. The overall length, so from tip to tail is what I call it, tip to tail, is 9 1/4 inches. The blade length, so from where the blade starts to the tip, is 4 5/8 inches. The blade thickness is 0.14 inches. And the knife weight, total weight, is 5.53 ounces. So it's really not bad, 5.53 ounces. If that's the one blade that you take into the field, you really can do pretty much everything that you need with the Stonewall Skinner. The black parkerized finish that I mentioned, G10 handles, made in the USA, finished in Montana. So there you go. Sorry, guys. I'm going to add this to the end of the video. Said I was going to do that and totally forgot. So there you go. The Stonewall Skinner. Go snag you one. Go snag you some MKC gear. Absolutely love this hat. High quality hats. Go support manufacturers here in the U.S. Even if you can't snag a blade right now, that's absolutely fine. I would highly recommend at least grabbing a hat, shirt, jacket, something like that to support. And then one day you'll get one in your hands. And who knows? You might win one in a future thing that I may be doing here on the channel. So stay tuned. Have a great rest of your day.